Found the wax.
There it is. Well, our iron was smoking. The iron that we use, it seems about 110 to 120 on the dial. Seems to work the best, but you want to test it to make sure the wax doesn't smoke.
You buy yourself some good wax, drip it on with the iron.
Even though you're doing it on a crap board, you still want good wax. And you want to put it going right into that skull's mouth. Because you know how sucky roans are. Ooh, that's good coverage. What do you think? Say like a drop every inch by, you know what, maybe inch squared, inch and a half, 2 inch squared. Don't put
I'd say that's about right.
All right, don't overdo it. No need to overdo it. One step in waxing your board that we actually forgot to do is to loosen up the bindings. A lot of people recommend loosen up the bindings so you don't see the little dimples on the side, but I don't know if it works or not. But we'll loosen them up just to show you how it's done. The wax is dripped on there. We're good. Do you want to? Should we flip it over and loosen them?
Sure.
All right. We've got pads on this snowboard table, so we're good. Got to use a snap-on screwdriver just to be a huge douchebag, like you got snap-on stuff. You might. Just loosen them up. We ain't got to take them out, do we? No, just loosen them up. And then, because it's a roam board, and you know that who's ever riding it is probably also a douchebag, what you do is you leave the bindings loose so they crash. No, we won't do that.
We might do that.
Well, we won't. But the correct way, before you put that wax on and scrape it, is you want to loosen the bindings. I'll take these.
We could switch them.
Bloop, bloop. I got that.
Spanx.
All right. In business here. Oh, you gotta in.
Now that the bindings are loose,
You gotta drink a beer. Drink
the
a.
board
Take a
is
drink of beer.
dripped. Gotta smooth it out. Smooth it out. Good cover.
Do you think it's got a feel to it when you're smoothing it out? Is it?
It stops sticking.
All right. And you want to make sure the other side of the board, your top base, doesn't get hot. Pretty much no matter what, it's going to get warm, but as long as it's not hot. And you're pretty much going to have to determine that on your own. Like right now, he's going, it looks like the wax is smoothing out good, and right here, the board is cool as a cucumber. Except the one my girlfriend uses.
Don't stop and leave the iron on the board.
Ever. It's like ironing a shirt, keep it moving. Looks like you're getting good coverage.
I've never ironed a shirt though.
I'm
so I don't know
surprised.
what that's like.
I'm surprised as crappy of as a board that this is how nice the wax is going on.
I'm surprised that you've ironed a shirt before.
Well, it wasn't by choice. But even though this is a junk board, because remember we said use good wax, you get a nice even spread.
What would be a good board?
Well, most likely say something like a GNU Park Pickle or a Libtech Skate Banana. If you're a girl, probably something along the Roxy, something in a Roxy edition.
Right on.
Or
right
if
on.
you're a really prim and proper girl, then most likely like a Rome SDS or something would be a good board. Especially if you know you prefer skirts.
Yes.
You know, then pretty much is a good girl board. You know, and that would explain the girl skeleton that they have on there. That is a chick, obviously. I'm not sure what SDS stands for, but I think it's sucky.
Something.
Sucky fits in there in 2 spots, I'm sure. And the D's probably dick. Okay, sorry about the crude comments, but
There goes our kid friend.
how's it feeling? Is it smooth?
It's spreading out.
Oh, I can feel the other side. It feels really good. Looks like it's spreading out. Now this wax that we're using here is a good wax, like I said, I mentioned before. And no, we're not wasting it on a junk board, but the wax has a purpose. It gets in there and it kind of cleans out some of the dirt. At least that's what the package says. So, you know, you can either buy wax that's $3 or buy wax that's $4. You know what I mean? Might as well spend $4. That looks pretty good.
It will.
From my angle.
It will.
No, what, Matt? What do you think? What's a good time to wait? Because you want to let the wax cool all the way before you scrape it. So what, in your opinion, what do you think is a good...
To let the wax cool?
To let the wax cool. What do you think if you had to just gauge it?
Sufficiently cool, I would say 3 beers, 4 beers
3 beers,
maybe.
4 beers? Okay. So that sounds like, 3, 4 beers, that's like a half hour to an hour, right?
Depends.
That's what I've been told, so...
But if you drink 4 beers in like 20 minutes, you better get to start scraping that board, because otherwise you're going to be doing it tomorrow.
What I've heard that you really want to do before you scrape the board is catch a really good buzz, because you do a better job scraping it.
Yeah, I mean, I drive better when I'm drinking.
I never drive sober.
Shit.
Okay, well, it looks like we got a good even spread. Don't have too much wax on there. The wax is hot. We're going to let it sit over here, cool down. We're going to give the board 3, 4 beers to dry. So we can recap everything. We loosened the bindings. We citrus cleaned the bottom. We dripped it. We ironed it. Now we're going to wait for it to dry. And then we'll go into scraping it. So we'll be back in 3, 4 beers.